Alex, every business that you start or every personal brand you start seems to grow incredibly quickly. Is it because you focus on flow? Is it all like the $100 million model, like all encompassing? Or is there like one primary lever that is the reason you seem to move so quickly?
I don't know. we try to make the free stuff way better than everyone else's paid stuff. And that's been, I feel like there's a lot of truths that people say, but they don't feel, you know what I mean? And so they say like, make your free stuff better than other people's paid stuff, but they don't. They make it look like everyone else's content, but it's like, what if you actually made it better than everyone else's paid stuff? And a lot of times I think people notice the intention or the spirit behind what you're creating. If anyone reads the book, they can probably tell that I could package it into a course. You know what I mean? And I put a course with the book. And you can probably tell that it's not a webinar that just got transcribed and put into a book so that I could sell a thing, which is that's not how it is, right? And so the idea for me is to create such a high price to value discrepancy that I engender goodwill, which is candidly all I want right now at this point in my career. And that's the whole point. That's it. And there's 6 pages called The Delicate Dance of Desire, which is in the book, which is the last thing I added to the book before it got published. And it kind of talks to this concept a lot, which is like we're artificially stimulating demand with our marketing, right? And so you can also control your supply to increase prices by increasing scarcity, right? Like if Ryan, for example, sold 1 hour per month and it was open on the calendar and it was a bidding or auction system, right? Or he only sold 1, then he would probably be able to fetch a very good price for it. If he sold 10, he probably wouldn't be able to get nearly as good of a price, right? And so the idea is how can we find the delicate dance between supply and demand that best serves us as business owners and best serves our clients? And so I say this to say, my goal is always to create far more demand than I have supply, and to not try and immediately meet the demand, but always stay just behind it. And in so doing, create far more pricing power for my products, far more profit, and continue to keep a little bit of demand in that pool that's pent up, right? And so I think I use the analogy like, if you sleep with your partner every single day, your desire will inherently be lower than somebody who hasn't slept with their partner in a week, right? And so I don't want the aroused customer. I want the ravenous customer. And so the idea is we only want things that we cannot have, right? Desire is literally the wanting of something you do not have. As soon as you have it, you are satisfied. And if we are saying that we are demand generators, then we are generators of desire, or better stated, we're channelers of the desire that already exists. And so if we're going to make stuff, right? If we're going to make something, then we want to make it so good that that demand becomes so great and the supply is so small, right? That the profits that we get are breathtaking. And we keep it there. And then maybe next month we do this much. But now, because of how good the product was and the word of mouth that happened on the back end, that pool of demand doubled, right? And then we open up a little bit more. And then that is how you never go hungry, because you always have, every time you open the door, it sells out, and it sells at the price that you want it to sell at. So that's my goal. And I think that's why we've been able to have tremendous uptake on the products and things that we've sold, is that we try and work in that manner.